Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. Greensboro Interim City Manager Chris Wilson presented the City Council with a recommended budget totaling $802 million. The new budget begins on July 1st. The recommended budget for fiscal year 2024-25 maintains the property tax rate at 67.25 per $100 property valuation. Water, sewer, and stormwater rates are recommended to increase by an average of 9%. Customers will pay $4.59 more on average each month. The recommended budget includes efforts to ensure competitive salaries for employees, including a new hourly minimum wage of $20 and higher starting salaries for public safety. The proposed budget continues to support access to affordable housing and the Housing GSO Master Plan. The recommendation provides funds to repave more than 75 streets, add 22 miles of water and sewer lines, continue the downtown Hopper trolley service, and provide more frequent GTA service to popular bus routes. It will also allow the city to invest more than $10 million in infrastructure and maintenance upgrades at Bog Garden, Lake Townsend, neighborhood parks, and major gateway corridor improvements. The City Council will hold a public hearing on the recommended budget at 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, June 4th in the Katie Dorset Council Chamber at the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The City Council is expected to vote on the budget Tuesday, June 18th. To review the City Manager's presentation and the recommended budget document, visit the city's website. The City of Greensboro and Guilford County want to meet with minority and women-owned businesses. This is an opportunity to attend subcontractors outreach and information sessions for the Windsor-Chavis-Noco Community Complex project, which has a construction budget of $65 million. The next session will take place from 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Thursday, June 20th at the Windsor Recreation Center. The final meeting will take place at the same time and location on Thursday, July 11th. Please RSVP for the session you plan to attend. The City of Greensboro and Guilford County are working in partnership to build the Windsor-Chavis-Noco Community Complex at the existing Windsor Recreation Center. This will be a community-centered space for learning, recreation, and neighborhood-based public health and social services. It will include a joint-use recreation, library, and aquatics facility. Noco Park will also be rebuilt on the same site. Samet Corporation, in partnership with United Maintenance Group and Kate Services, will assist in pre-qualifying companies to work as subcontractors on the project. For more information about the information sessions, contact Anika Page with the Samet Corporation at 336-544-6784. To learn more about the project, visit the city's website. The Planning Department has released its latest quarterly GSO 2040 Comprehensive Plan, which reports on the implementation progress made across the city toward reaching its goals. This update summarizes some of the most important projects and trends shaping Greensboro. Here are a few examples. The Randleman Road Corridor Plan Phase 2 advances the big idea of filling in our framework with attractive, walkable, and compact mixed-use activity centers where people live, work, and enjoy life. Residents attended an open house in March to share their ideas, and city planners are working on draft goals based on the input. Secondly, City Council recently adopted amendments to Greensboro's Land Development Ordinance to allow greater flexibility for creating new accessory dwelling units. This offers residents additional housing opportunities and a variety of housing choices. The dwellings are an example of GSO 2040's big idea of creating great spaces. The big idea of becoming car optional is supported by the recent addition of the CrossMax bus service. This 15-minute route gets to areas across town with faster and more frequent service. Stay up to date on GSO 2040 implementation by signing up to receive an email whenever a new report is posted online. To subscribe, simply enter your contact information on the e-Notify webpage and select GSO 2040 in the News section. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
Did you know that about 95% of people will develop back pain at some point in their life? I think there are some simple things you can do to help prevent the onset of back pain or reduce back pain that you may have. So let's talk about some of those ways. So I think one of the most important ways to avoid hurting your back is to avoid unnecessary bending, lifting, or twisting. We call it BLT because it's easy to remember. Bending, lifting, and twisting. Those are the things we want to try to avoid to try to help our back and try not to hurt our back. So we're going to show some of those things now. We're going to show the proper way to bend to pick up an umbrella off of the ground. So I think that's one way. I think there's two even better ways, and we're going to show that now. She's going to go down on one knee to pick it up. Right. What we really want to avoid is bending at the waist or the back to pick it up, and we really want to bend at the knees. I think that's important. The last way we can show to pick up things is called the golfer's bend, where we're leaning forward with a leg back and lift like that. And I think that's also easier on the back because it keeps the back straight. Again, we want to avoid bending at the hips and the back, but bend down instead. So one of the more difficult things you'll do around your house is bend over to pick up bigger objects that are somewhat more awkward. And we're going to show how to pick up a box now and try to do that without hurting our back. You see she gets down on one knee, she lifts the box, and she holds it close to her body. That's really important because if you hold it far from your body, it makes your back want to bend. It puts a fulcrum on your back. So it's important when you pick it up, then carry it close to your body. Now we're going to talk about twisting. And one of the things we twist to do is to grab objects such as tissue. So we're going to show how to correctly turn to grab a tissue. If you notice, she turned her whole body to grab the tissue and then her whole body back. And this is the wrong way to grab the tissue out of my hands. You notice she twisted her body that time. That puts undue forces on your low back and can cause back pain. I think there are several lifestyle changes people can make to improve their back health and either improve their back pain or prevent back pain. I think two of the most important are using good posture and using good body mechanics. So standing straight, sitting straight, lengthening the spine, and then using good body mechanics when lifting, bending, and avoidance of twisting maneuvers. Also, I think that for those who are overweight, losing weight down to an ideal body mass index can be very important. And I think reducing stress can also be important because it seems that any medical condition we have, stress seems to make it worse. So I think exercise is also extremely important, and I think exercises to improve core strength and improve flexibility, such as yoga and Pilates, are very important in prevention of back pain and improving chronic back pain. And lastly, I think quitting smoking can be very important in reducing back pain in those with chronic back issues. Smoking has been linked to degenerative disorders of the spine. Thanks for joining me today. Don't let a few wrong moves with your back stop your active lifestyle. To learn more, go to conehealth.com/backpain. This is Dr. David Jones.
The city is calling all adult basketball players, and the Office of Community Safety is hosting a community event aimed at promoting peace on purpose. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The traffic pattern on Washington Street Bridge over Murrow Boulevard will only allow bicycles and pedestrians until structural repairs are completed. No motorized vehicles are allowed to travel along the bridge. In March, the city restricted oversized trucks and other vehicles weighing more than 10 tons from using the bridge. This was at the recommendation of the North Carolina Department of Transportation following its biannual inspection. While working with transportation engineers to evaluate the repair needs for the bridge, Greensboro's Department of Transportation determined to limit the structure to only bike and foot traffic. Structural engineers are evaluating the repairs and amount of time needed to reopen the bridge to all traffic. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for the next update. The Greensboro Athletics Division will offer men's and women's basketball leagues for players age 18 and older for the first time this summer. The Women's League will play in teams of 3. Teams will be created from those who register to play. The deadline to register is Friday, June 14th. The cost is $55 per person. The fee to join the Men's Basketball League is $400 per team. Individuals without a team may fill out the free agent form for possible placement on a team. The deadline to register is Friday, June 7th. There has been a significant increase in the adult basketball program participation since 2022, resulting in a strong demand for a summer league. Don't miss out on a great opportunity to join the adult basketball community with Greensboro Parks and Recreation. Registration is open online. Teams may also register in person at the Greensboro Sportsplex by appointment. For an appointment or for other questions about the basketball leagues, contact Baron Edwards at 336-373-2496. The City of Greensboro Office of Community Safety is hosting the second annual Violence Awareness Day on Friday, June 7th. The free event will take place from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Barber Park Amphitheater. The gathering is designed to highlight work being done through the city's Office of Community Safety and its GSO Peace on Purpose Violence Prevention Initiative. Peace on Purpose organizers partner with other groups who are committed to the same goal of remaining in pursuit of reducing violence in Greensboro on purpose. The afternoon will also recognize National Gun Violence Awareness Day, which shares the same June 7th date. Community organizations will be on site to provide information about their services, and local leaders will share remarks about violence prevention. The activities will include food, games, live entertainment, community art, and other highlights. Supporting city departments include the Greensboro Police Department, Parks and Recreation Department, and Creative Greensboro. Now is the time to review your response plan for the upcoming hurricane season. Coming up after the break will help you to create an emergency plan if you don't have one in place. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Weather experts predict an above normal hurricane season this year, forecasting up to 25 named storms, with as many as half of those becoming hurricanes. Joining me now to tell us how to prepare for hurricane season is Matt Grossclose. He is the fire and life safety educator for the Greensboro Fire Department. Hello, Matt. Welcome back.
Hi, great to be here again.
Good to see you. Very important time. June 1st to November 30th is hurricane season. So how can folks get the real-time alerts throughout that time?
Well, we actually have a system in place here in Guilford County that's called Genie, which is the Guilford Emergency Alerting Notification System. You can go to guilfordcountync.gov and download that app, and it's going to let you know when there's severe weather in the area.
And it does work, because I've gotten many of those alerts, and it will follow you from device to device. You can put more than one device in there. So when we do get those alerts, sometimes it says watch or a storm warning. What's the difference?
So a watch is that there's the chance. There's severe weather on the horizon. It may or may not impact your area, but it's in the forecast. A warning means that something has been spotted. So a tornado warning means that a tornado has actually touched down. A severe thunderstorm warning means that there is a storm with high winds in the area and it's heading right for you.
So take cover and know where that safe space is. Now, there are ways that we can prepare in advance. So if we know this is severe weather season, what do we need to be thinking about?
Well, people should always be stocked up on non-perishables, bottled water, make sure that they have flashlights flashlights ready, have their cell phone fully charged to be able to withstand being without power for quite some time.
Okay, what about cash? Sometimes you might need gas and
Yeah.
your credit card won't work if there's no electricity.
Absolutely. Make sure that you have extra cash on hand to buy any kind of goods that would still be available.
Okay, then people love to use their generator, but that could be dangerous.
That's correct. We see a lot of incidents regarding CO, carbon monoxide, where people will be running a generator and unfortunately they'll be running it inside or too close to an opening in the house where the fumes will get inside their residence. They need to make sure that they have it installed by a certified electrician and have a CO alarm in the house in the event that those fumes get inside.
Okay, that is very important. And drivers could be out and about when the storm starts, but then the rain just comes down heavily and you can't really see the road. But if the water is high, what do you do?
Well, we always tell people, turn around, don't drown. If you can't see the lines on the road, don't take the chance of it. And we're seeing an increase in flash flooding, especially in more suburban and urban areas because there's less impervious surfaces. More things have been built. There's not the area for the water to run off. So remember, turn around, don't drown.
Good advice. Now, it is warmer weather. People are starting to get outside. We have 90+ miles of trails in Greensboro. But if you have an emergency, how does 911 know where to locate you if you need to be rescued?
We are super lucky here to have a wonderful trails response team through the Greensboro Fire Department. Our Station 41 and Station 2 both have bike rescue teams, and they can partner up with our special operations teams. They have Polaris that they can go out in UTVs to help rescue a biker that gets injured on a trail or a hiker. There's actually markers every quarter mile on the trail if they knew that marker number, but if they don't happen to see it, the GPS signal can be pinged on their cell phone, and our crews are well trained to go out and rescue people off of those trails. Years ago, it used to take up to 45 minutes to get people that were stranded and injured. Due to these trail markers and new technology, we're seeing an average response time of about 15 minutes.
Oh, that's impressive. Good to know you will not be stranded for long. Now, if the hiker is out there and they're miles away from where an actual ambulance can reach them, what do you do then?
Well, if they're close to water, we can put a boat in the water, bring them back to the marina, or take that UTV, ATV, and get them as close as we can, put them on a backboard, transport them out the trails, and then have an ambulance waiting at the local road closest by.
Okay, so you all are ready to rescue in all types of situations. Now, if someone has heard you talk about the severe weather and what you do then and the trails rescuing there and of course firefighting in general, and they want to join the Greensboro Fire Department, how can you be reached?
So they could go to gfdnc.com. They'd click on the employment and training option on the left-hand side of the page. That would give more information on joining. Minimum requirements are a high school diploma, be age 18, and have a valid driver's license.
Okay, well, Matt, thank you for your fire and life safety tips, getting us ready for severe weather season, and we do hope you'll come back with more ways that we can be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some interesting information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city that's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. The City Council meetings are taking place in the Katie Dorsett Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. World Refugee Day will take place from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday, June 22nd at Hester Park. This outdoor celebration is an international day designated by the United Nations to celebrate the strength and courage of refugees forced to flee their homeland to escape conflict or persecution. The annual event features ceremonies, games, kids' activities, and performances to honor the resiliency of refugees and their contributions to the Piedmont Triad. Several individuals will take the oath of allegiance in a naturalization ceremony, the culmination of the United States citizenship process. Other highlights include remarks from state and local leaders and special recognition of refugee leaders. The family-friendly gathering features a resource fair that offers support and information for newcomers to the community. Donations from a citywide toiletries drive will also be distributed to refugee families. The third annual soccer match between refugees and city staff begins at high noon. Prepare to enjoy various cultural performances throughout the day and concessions on sale from food truck vendors. Again, all the food, fun, and festivities will take place at Hester Park. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave, and here are some special events happening this week on the town. The city hosts its second annual Violence Awareness Day, June 7th at Barber Park. The event highlights the Office of Community Safety's Peace on Purpose initiative and recognizes National Gun Violence Awareness Day. There'll be activities, games, music, and food at this free event designed to reduce community violence. Learn more online at greensboro-nc.gov. The Southeast's top touring food truck festival returns to the Greensboro Coliseum grounds from June 7th through the 9th. The Foodies Food and Culture Festival brings its vibrant oasis of flavors, crafts, and cultural richness. Enjoy over 40 food trucks ready to serve everything from fiery street tacos to gourmet fusion creations. Learn more online at greensborocoliseum.com. Celebrate World Ocean Day, June 8th at the Greensboro Science Center. From 10 to 2, guests can learn how we can help protect the ocean and enjoy turtle and ocean crafts, special aquarium talks, and more. Visit greensboroscience.org for tickets and details. Experience the magic of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban with the soundtrack performed live by the Greensboro Symphony June 8th and 9th at the Tanger Center. The movie is projected on a massive 40-foot high-definition screen behind the full orchestra. Costumes are encouraged. Visit tangercenter.com for tickets and more information. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The Office of Sustainability and Resilience, in partnership with the nonprofit Reconsidered Goods, will host Trash Bash. This is a found art competition for teenagers. The event will take place from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on Thursday, July 11th at the Grove Creative Co-working Space at Revolution Mill. Registration is open online for teams of 3 to 5 teenagers. Visitors are invited to watch the competition. To promote creative reuse, artists ages 13 to 18 will compete to build freestanding sculptures with items provided by Reconsidered Goods, a creative reuse center that helps divert donated materials from landfills. Space is limited to compete. All sculptures will be displayed at Revolution Mill after the event, and the winning team will receive a one-of-a-kind Reconsidered Goods reuse trophy. For more information, contact Resilience Project Coordinator Katie Farina at 336-373-2712 or visit the city's website. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the Greensboro Fire Department. Firefighters participated in the statewide Smoke Alarm Saturday campaign. This initiative aims to enhance fire safety and awareness throughout the community by ensuring homes are equipped with working smoke alarms. Each fire crew of the Greensboro Fire Department was actively involved, striving to install nearly 200 smoke alarms in a single day across the city within a 4-hour window. Working smoke alarms are a critical component in preventing fire-related injuries and fatalities. The goal is to ensure every home in Greensboro has the protection it needs. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Connect GSO, plus GTN is streaming on Roku. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.